tell me how the idea for the Construction Trades Academy came about? What inspired you to think we need to do this?
As a businessman, we're constantly trying to hire entry-level folks in the district and elsewhere. And politically, there's a lot of pressure to hire district level folks from the community. And under that pressure, we also understood that for 40 years there's been no vocational training whatsoever in the District of Columbia. That was a big missing link. We were not looking at unemployment, we were looking at employability. And the school systems weren't delivering kids interested in our trade. And so that was the foundation that we built upon to try and get vocational training back in the public school system.
So what did you decide? I mean, what hit you? How did you decide? What made you think of, let's go to Cardozo?
Well, we started at Ballou and thought we could maybe start a program there. And for various reasons, that didn't work out. The principal at Cardozo, Reggie Ballard, said, I'll give you a shot. I think it's a good idea. I want to see if we can make this work. And he bucked the system to try and help us. And that's how we started. And we owe a lot to Reggie Ballard. I don't think it would have happened without him.
Why do you think it's worked since then?
Well, I think that the hands-on that kids need to help learn go hand in hand. It's pretty fundamental in education, but it's lost in the public school system. We've noticed as soon as the kids start working with their hands, they understand everything else as to why they're learning things. That's why we see these kids suddenly grades go up. In fact, that's why we have them get so focused on their academics that they're now, many of them, in fact, most of them are college bound.
How does the rocking look? I'm concerned about this chair because it moves.
Probably should not.
Okay, and probably need to have you sit straight with no.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
I'm trying to figure out if I can.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I get him a different chair?
They all rock.
Well, they
I
all
know,
rock.
They're
so,
very comfortable.
Yeah,
chairs.
okay.
I want to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Let me readjust my shot.
yeah.
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 We could bring another chair in if you want, if you think that's.
Well, if you start doing it again,
I-
I'll just leave it. A straight chair.
Yeah. Yeah. Time.
Okay, and I'm going to try to have you say that last thing again about why you think it's been so important and what has kept it going right now.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Again, tell me why do you think, what has kept this program going?
Well, it's the kids and inspiring the kids to work with their hands. As soon as they work with their hands, their other subjects suddenly start making sense. Geometry, you need that. And so once they get interested in academics and working with their hands and understanding that they can really do something, they begin to excel at school, and many of them are college bound. That was kind of a surprise for us.
Do you feel like was this your idea? Was this your,
Well, I knew that over the years we had always heard, you know, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way, and we had been training people, you know, within our own industry. But the pressure to hire people that had no skills and no soft skills was a pretty big bridge to jump over. And so we knew we needed something in the district to inspire young people to start thinking about employment early in their high school in careers, even in junior high school. We want to get them motivated even before they get to high school, if we can, for a career path.
what would you say has been the most rewarding part of this experience?
Well, there's 1,000 stories of kids that we've turned around, but there are several that came out of just impossible circumstances, and clearly these kids without this program would have been doomed to failure in life. And to see them turn around and succeed in college and become young adults with an outlook and a career and a focus, there's the reward. Don't need anything else.
Now, what would you say about the other people that partner with you? The other folks that you bring in, the other businesses, how would you?
We had a core group of folks to get us started and believed in the mission, and we worked for many years making sure that this journey was rocky. But once we felt we had an established program, we went to the business community, contractors and developers in particular, and real estate professionals. They're all associated with the building business like we are. And the response was quite overwhelming. I mean, we now have signed on to our executive committee and big dollar commitments because they know we're doing something that works, and they automatically want to be part of it because all business people want to see the city succeed, but there's just a lot of roadblocks to that happening. So when they see this program and what it's done for the kids and our success stories, we don't have any problem selling it to a business guy that's concerned about the city.
Tell me a little bit about this house and how that came about.
Well, we know that there's been a successful program in Montgomery County where the kids come out and work a half a day on a house, on a project. Mm-hmm. They've built an entire neighborhood over the last 25 years, and the houses are fantastic. And then they turn around and they sell these houses, and the money goes back into the program. So we hope to mirror a similar program in the district, and that is where the idea of a student-built house came from. And we're just about to complete our first student-built house, and the house serves as a learning laboratory, a practical application, and something that'll actually be sold. So it's all part of building, sales, business, and the kids get pretty excited about that. They really feel like they've done something important.
What do you think?
Okay.
Can you think of anything else?
Hold on, I'm going to change my angle here a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know where it fits or not, but you have this story. It's the biblical phrase that you use: "If you teach a man to fish."
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, tell me that.
It's this same story of helping people learn to make a living for themselves and install pride. And many programs are all giving out fish.
Started by saying, if you teach a man, she said
Yeah,
it for you.
yeah. Okay, I'll start with that comment. Yeah, yeah. If you give a man a fish, he'll need a fish the next day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll be able to be self-sustaining for the rest of his life. And so that's kind of the premise that we started with these kids. We want to teach them how to make a living and how to do something valuable, and then they'll become an important part of the community, a taxpayer, and bring everything would be lifted up by that. So, in our small way, we want to make a big statement here that this can be done.